Hi, my name is Hank, and I belong to the true church, the elect, the faithful remnant. And you can find what I am reading at www.testimonyofthetwowitnesses.com. Well, let's start the reading. Thursday, November 15th, 2012. And after 6 days, Jesus took with him Peter and James and John, his brother, and led them up a high mountain apart. And he was transfigured before them. And his face shone like the sun, and his garments became white as light. And behold, there appeared to them Moses and Elijah, talking with him. And Peter said to Jesus, Lord, is it well that we are here? If you wish, I will make 3 booths. Here, one for you, and one for Moses, and one for Elijah. He was still speaking when, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and a voice from the cloud said, This is my beloved Son, with whom I am well pleased. Listen to him. When the disciples heard this, they fell on their faces and were filled with awe. But Jesus came and touched them, saying, Rise and have no fear. And when they lifted up their eyes, they saw no one but Jesus only. That was Matthew 17:1-8. Then they heard a loud voice from heaven saying to them, Come up here. And in the sight of their foes, they went up to heaven in a cloud. That was Revelations 11:12. And why do you not judge for yourselves what is right, as you go with your accuser before the magistrates? Make an effort to settle with him on the way, lest he drag you to the judge, and the judge hand you over to the officers, and the officers put you in prison. I tell you, you will never get out till you have paid the very last copper. That was Luke 12:57-58. And just as it is appointed for men to die once, and after that comes judgment. That was Hebrews 9:27. The reason I appeared transfigured, Jesus said, the reason I appeared to Peter, James, and John as transfigured, my children, usually when he's talking, saying my children, he means Peter and Mary Romanos, was because they would be the first of my disciples to experience the fullness of martyrdom, for bearing testimony to what they had seen and heard. Peter was crucified upside down inside Rome. That would be, or that would become later on, the seat of the Vatican. James would be beheaded for his testimony. And John was exiled to an island when I gave him the vision of the book of Revelations. The particular topics of conversation we had. Now Moses and Elijah appeared with me. They talked to me for a little bit, mostly about what I was to endure in my coming crucifixion, and how much they wanted me to be with them in heaven after my resurrection. Those were the particular topics of conversation we had, my children, and 3 of my disciples got to witness it all. Come up hither, come up hither, I say to my 2 witnesses, and that's Peter and Mary. But what does this mean in Revelations 11? It means that I have chosen to reveal myself, to appear transfigured before you, my children, again, Peter and Mary, so that you may come to know the secrets of my heart and understand the vision for the time of the end, which we all living in now. St. John has done his part in writing it all down, but I purposely gave him the vision in allegories, so that certain physical things that he saw could represent spiritual realities of the time you are now living in, which is now. To the court case going on here on earth, Moses and Elijah are not coming back. Now, true Christians would understand this, as it is appointed for every man to die once. When have I ever brought somebody back to life and taken them from heaven to live on the earth again? This is absolute nonsense. Moses and Elijah are here with me, and they are part of the courtroom in heaven, and they are listening to the court case going on here on earth. And my case is winning, for I am the prosecutor of these times, my children, and mankind has a very weak defense. I am, just like in the story you watch on TV, Moses, I am God. I am the accuser of the wicked. Remember I said, better to make friends with your accuser on your way to the courtroom, lest the accuser give you to the jailer, and the jailer throw you in prison. What mankind was not counting on was I was referring to myself, to the Word made flesh, accusing that wicked generation and this wicked generation today, is what he's talking about. For the devil is the accuser of the brethren, but I am the accuser of the wicked. And Moses and Elijah are with me on this one. The court case is now in session. Let us proceed. And you, the people, can read the rest of the court case yourself at testimonyofthechwitnesses.com. Thanks to all of you who have watched my video. Until the next video, bye.